Hey, guys. Guys. Hi. Aaron Intende and
Manje Robert.
Mr. Monje Robert. So today we're gonna do a lot of discussing the current situation with Dvlottery. First of all, we're gonna talk about the visa bulletin.
Mm.
Uh, what's the visa bulletin? And according to the visa bulletin, what does it tell us? What does it tell us? What does it tell us, and what are the implications, or what's gonna happen? What's the way out, and what should we expect according to the visa bulletin? Let Mr. Mwanje Robert tell us about it. Then we can cut across and tell you what we should expect.
Yeah, so the visa bulletin got out a few days ago, and the figures are moving, though at a slow rate. We have last month in the March we had Africa as 25,000. We had Asia as 6,000,
Okay.
Europe 13K. We have North America 20, Oceania 1,125, South
All right.
America 1,800.
All right.
So when you look at what came out,
This is the current one.
no, that one was for March.
March.
So
Okay.
the one we have right now is for the month of April.
Okay. When
So,
did it come out?
Uh,
Few days back.
just 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Just
Okay.
2 days ago, yeah. Because it always comes out in the second week of the month.
All right.
Yeah. So what we have here is Africa. It moved by 5K. So
Okay.
we have the new cutoff point as 30K.
30K.
So that means that for Africa, everyone who is within 30,000 and below,
Yeah.
all of them are current.
For the which month?
For the month of April, for
April,
the
wow.
one that we are going in, because they are going to give us the upcoming month. Yeah. So those who are 30K and below, they should be expecting their 2NL, depending on the performance of their embassies. Those ones who are in Africa. For the Asians, the Asian continent, we have 6K. For them, the numbers did not move.
Yeah.
It stayed the same.
Yeah.
So for those who did not receive their 2NLs, you should keep waiting. For Europe, we have 16K, that is 16,000. That is a movement from 13,000. So there was a movement of 3,000.
Okay.
That means those who have 16K and below, they should be expecting their 2NLs depending on performance of their embassies. And those of North America, it did not move. That is 20 and then 20 again. For Oceania, we have a movement of around 375.
Yeah.
So those below 1.5K should be expecting their 2NLs, and the same thing with South America, that
Okay.
is 1.2K.
Okay. So when we focus on America, the difference between the current visa bulletin and the previous visa bulletin, what I mean is for the March and for the April,
yeah.
what is the dramatic change which we can look at the moment?
The big change, the big leap was in Africa, because we see from 25,000 to 30,000. That means there was a jump of 5,000.
Wow.
So that means those who were within the range of 25,000 last month, some of them got their 2NLs, and now we have jumped to 30K. So people who are below 30K should be expecting their 2NLs.
Wow, wow, wow,
Yeah,
wow. According to the visa bulletin of April, we have 30K,
yeah, 30K.
30K.
Except for Algeria, for them they have 29,950. Egypt 27,950. Morocco 27,950. So, but still, it's a very small difference.
Okay.
Yeah,
So guys, as you have heard, we are here to give you advice. We are here to help you understand and answer most of your questions.
yeah,
Some people have been asking, and if I can scroll to my YouTube
yeah.
and
Keep them coming. Yeah,
look at your questions. And at the moment, let's talk about this because there is a ban which is going around.
yeah,
A ban from Trump. Because when Trump brings up something, we have to look at it because right now is the current president of America, and it's going to affect us
yeah, yeah,
in return. Because when we scroll and see Trump's ban, Muslim, Trump, Muslim ban, what does it say, and what are the implications of this kind of ban?
So we have some countries, mostly I don't know, but they are targeting those Muslim countries. We have Iran, Libya, North Korea, Syria, Venezuela, Yemen, Somalia citizens.
Okay.
So previously,
Afghanistan, Pakistan.
yeah. So previously we saw countries like Nigeria, China. They are not eligible
Yeah,
for the Dvlottery.
yeah, yeah.
Countries like Mexico.
Philippines.
Uh, but for their case, it was because they had reached the maximum number. So they had to wait for 5 more years or more. So then they will be put again into the system and they can apply for the DV lottery. But we are seeing something different
Yeah,
this time.
yeah.
These countries are going to face difficulties. The citizens of these
Uh,
countries, they are going to be facing difficulty getting into the United States.
what I can say more about this ban. First of all, why is this ban in place? When you look at international security or national security of America,
Yeah.
there are certain criteria of information which is needed. Like Trump, they need, like America needs some information, like sharing internationally. So some countries have not been being really doing what America wants. They haven't been realistic with America. Like they haven't been sharing when it comes to security.
Intel,
They
security
haven't been
intel.
sharing
Yeah.
and they haven't been cooperating. So America took its action to ban them because until they take the needed measures according to Americans what necessary requirements, then they will maybe remove this ban. But according to America, they are not doing what American wants. For example, they are not sharing the necessary information
So
with.
what Trump is saying is that these countries are a threat to the national security and the citizens of the United States and the residents in the country. So that's why we are seeing most of these countries from Asia,
Iraq, Pakistan,
from the Middle East, yeah, because
Somalia.
because of what has been going around, saying that these countries they have some they have they are harboring terrorist groups, the Al Shabaabs, those ISIS, and very many other groups.
Yeah.
So what America is saying that these countries, they have to be
Honest.
checked. Yeah, they have to be checked because they are being put on a blacklist right now.
Yeah.
And traveling will be very, very difficult,
Yeah.
especially in this Trump era. Yeah.
Robert, what do you think is gonna happen if somebody is coming from this country? What is gonna happen? Because from what I have heard and seen is that even American nationals, legal residents, like people having green cards, they're gonna be affected with this kind of ban. Because I saw they said mostly lawyers and uh, uh, immigration bloggers, they are putting up a message saying that if you know you American citizen or legal resident, you shouldn't travel in this kind of time or come back, so that we wait and see what have they put in place, what does restrict us out and what does restrict us in, because they're banning everyone, like you cannot come into this country. When we take you back to the time of what COVID, they restricted. This is a kind of ban which took in place, and it wasn't because of COVID. It was Muslim ban, like Muslim countries ban in Dvlottery and also migrating. There was countries like Tanzania. This time I haven't seen Tanzania, but before there was Sudan, but this time Sudan is also included, and Somalia. During that time, I wanna give you a flashback and what happened, because it can happen right now. During that time, we used to see uh, we saw Dvlottery for Tanzanians being affected. They were stopped immediately, and you couldn't even travel, you couldn't even go for your interview. But afterwards, when Trump went out of power, it was uplifted and this ban was removed by Biden. So that's why we see Tanzania back into Dvlottery. Why am I telling you this? A few of you don't know this, but some of those people who have been following, they understand what happened by then. But so when we look at the ban at this moment, we have to expect a lot, especially from those countries. Some of them have been participating in the lottery,
Yeah.
though at a low rate. Even Somalia has been participating for a long time.
Yeah, but what happens is that you don't know exactly what the cause of the ban is, because remember there was a time when they put restrictions on Chinese companies, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and the reason was for security reasons.
yeah,
But you cannot really know what the reason is, because sometimes there is a disguise of security measures protecting the American citizens. But what we see here is a strong command and message that Trump is going to put America first. Yeah, that's the message that has been put there from the time Trump was campaigning, from the time he stepped into the office. His main point is we want to protect the American interests. So anything that's going to threaten the American security, anything that is going to affect the American investments, unless if there is something special that your country is going to provide, like you see Trump is making a deal with Ukraine. They are trying to make a deal to bring peace because there are minerals there. There is something that they want from their country. So when I look at this, there is still a chance for some countries for their citizens who want to migrate to the United States to
yeah,
also come.
yeah,
But they have to maneuver through other ways, not the direct way they have been doing it. maybe you can go to another country and apply from there. You can go through lawyers, things like that, and then you can. But right now, it's gonna be very difficult.
Okay, taking you back to the topic, we are looking at the progress of Dvlottery and immigration in general, because whatever affects immigration and when policies come into place, they affect all of us. However much it could not, it could be not
It
direct to
affects
Dvlottery,
everybody.
but it affects everybody, and especially in this era of Trump. So when we look at the visa bulletin, as we have Manje Robert just told you, we have 35,000 in particular for Africa. What implies what somebody should know about the way visa bulletin has moved and the impact onto the progression of people getting visa interviews and things happening for them.
Actually, when you look at this visa bulletin, especially for the Dvlottery, you see that the numbers are not moving very fast. So that alone is not a good thing. It's like a red flag, because right now we would have expected February to be around 40K or 45K, because if we are going to have if we have people who are over 90K,
Yeah.
and we have up to the end of September, yeah. So we still have a huge chunk of people that need to be processed, interviewed, and then they travel. So right now we are seeing things moving very slowly, and the embassies are not performing like they did the previous year. But let's hope it all works out for the better.
For me, I believe when you look at the time we have and the time which has gone, because when you look at we already started in October last year of 2024, and we are
Yeah.
in May, March.
We are in March, but
March.
remember,
Yeah.
when we started this DV 2025,
Yeah.
when they started releasing the 2NLs,
Yeah.
it also took some time. Yeah, remember, almost October we did not have any interviews. So most people, most of the embassies in Africa started having their first interviews in December.
Okay.
So the process, and we were hoping, oh, it has started now,
Now
it's
it's
going
gonna
to be
take off.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
consolation people saying that, the consular officers have gone home, they have gone for holidays.
Yeah.
Now they are going to come back and we are going to be at a bullet speed. But things have not been so fast, really.
What I can talk about that is there has been a lot of factors like America getting into politics, like putting its
Elections.
election together for Trump. And when Trump came in, there was a lot of reshuffles.
Reshuffles,
And
financial aid being cut off.
there's a lot of
There
policies
is a
which are,
lot going on in this
so
country.
we had to expect this happen.
Yeah,
We
that's
had,
quite unfortunate.
yeah.
It's quite
The-
unfortunate.
Let me tell you guys, with Dvlottery, each year with its problems.
Because
telling you.
I was told that people during the COVID time, they got visas in their passports, but they did not move.
That is 2020. So,
So
the
it's
problems which affected 2020 are not the same problem which affected 2021, but similar. Then when we reached to 2022, we got a smooth yeah. Then
Yeah.
2023 it was even more smooth and
2024
better.
was better.
2024
Now
was better.
it's
Now
like the
things are
curve is coming down.
declining. So I believe if you are a DV 2024, 2025, you have to be happy because they are still having like
There are still some
4, 5 months to go.
5 months to
So
go,
you
yeah.
can expect dramatic changes to happen because still, when you
You
look
never
at
know.
things, there is no reason why Dvlottery cannot still go on. Is
You
there any
never,
reason?
no, you never know. And for those who are on DV 2026, they should also look out because their results are coming back in, is it the first week of May?
May, yeah,
Yeah. So the
May.
first week of May, they
Yeah,
should stick to their phones, they should get their information ready. Wherever
yeah,
they wrote that confirmation number,
yeah,
they should keep it near.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And when we look at the DV 2026, we are not gonna tell you what's gonna happen for you, but since Trump is in power, we should say like you have to be so observant because a lot might change. Because recently Trump brought into place something called golden
Golden
card
card, yeah.
for foreigners to come and get the USA citizen immediately
For
when
five
you have
million,
for 5 million.
5 million US dollars.
So things are happening which we don't have control
So
of.
my advice for everybody is that if you get your 2NL, do whatever you have to do, and if you get your visa, just move because
Migrate.
you never know.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
migrate.
never know. I had
Migrate.
people who got their visas. They are like that time of COVID, and they are like, okay, let me chill a while, and before they knew it, they couldn't move.
Yeah.
They couldn't move.
Yeah.
So
There were Muslim
yeah,
ban, there
so
was
make
COVID
sure you go.
travel
Make sure anything that can
restrictions.
delay you, do your medical on time. Do it as soon as you can. As soon as you get your 2NL, do it right away. Make sure the results go to the embassy if they are going to be sent directly. If they're going to give you the results and you take them, make sure you get them as soon as possible so that there is nothing that's going to delay you. And
Yeah.
when you get your visa, then
Yeah.
just move.
To give you some of the points we have mentioned beside the rest, when we talk about the visa bulletin and the progression of Dvlottery, we have talked about you guys having a tough year. This is a tough year
This is a
actually. It's
tough
even
year,
becoming
yeah.
tougher
This is
because
a tough year because it's not moving.
it's not moving accordingly,
It's
but
not moving.
what we can advise you is to have patience and even have hope.
Let me tell you, DV is a very stressful process because every time you're waiting and you don't know. But the my advice, like I said, is when you get your 2NL, be ready to go. Be ready, just be
Yeah,
ready.
yeah. I think DV has turned into something like when you get it and you get the interview, use the chance
Use the
because
chance, yeah.
something can happen in the world. There
Yeah.
might even be a
You
war.
never know.
Look at East
And the
Africa.
Trump was saying, you remember that interview with Zelensky, President
Yeah,
Zelensky,
yeah.
and he was telling him, "You're gambling with World War III." So, so you don't know. You don't know.
In
You
this
have
time
to
of
take your
Trump
chance.
and wars, you look at what's happening in East Africa, what's happening on the continent of Africa. South Africa, Rwanda having their problems, Congo, and this is even involving countries around SADC. SADC, I believe these are countries like South, then there is Southern African countries plus Congo and other countries which are involved in SADC. So you find like East Africa and those countries, they are in war at the moment. So this kind of ventures or this kind of things which happen seriously will always affect us. For example, now Uganda taking its soldiers to Southern Sudan. If there comes war,
And then
meaning
Congo.
and Congo, meaning East African countries, uh, DV processing, our embassy, American embassies will even process low, like the speed will become less than before because there is catastrophe, there is war in East Africa. American embassies, they don't take things lightly,
Yeah.
because if
They
it's
have
something,
to do everything to the book.
Yeah.
They have to follow every step.
If
It's not like, yeah, we have problems and then let's get over with this. No, they will still go through all the checks, all the necessary documentation, everything. You
Yeah.
have to have it.
Yeah.
So
So let's pray for peace in East Africa, in Africa generally, and let's pray that we have a
also
better.
for our brothers
Yeah.
who are on a watch list, who are on a ban,
Yeah.
that their countries can also be freed.
Like
Yeah,
the ban can be uplifted.
can be lifted. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, we are done with this video. If you have comment, please comment.
Yeah.
We love you
Share,
guys.
subscribe, and comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye bye.